They're the women whose names we'll never know. And they work in restaurants, and they're in academia, and engineering, and medicine, and science, and politics, and business. There are athletes in the Olympics, and there are soldiers in the military.
Yes, you know, the one thing that I think the misnomer about sexual harassment is it's actually not an act. It's really making a hostile work environment for others. It's making people feel uncomfortable.
Sexual harassment everywhere is illegal, and if you think you've been sexually harassed, you should report it and let them know what happened. Give them the facts.
So when you go into an environment, you want to be able to feel like you're there for you're there for your intellect, but you're not there to be objectified or made fun of just because of maybe your gender or your orientation.
Every company, every employer should have a sexual harassment policy. Men can be sexually harassed, women can be sexually harassed. We don't want that to happen in the workplace. We don't want unwelcome sexual advances. We don't want requests for favors.
Then you have another form that's called quid pro quo. And what does that mean? Something for something.
Or you don't get a promotion that you feel you should get, and the only reason in your mind is because you spoke up about sexual harassment. We call that potentially retaliation.
So it's very important to us as women and men that we have an environment and we know our rights in terms of our workplace so that we're free of working in the area of sexual harassment.
So a lot of times I think a lot of people have trouble understanding like what is sexual harassment. And because it seems like a very complex and scary word, the most important thing you can remember is probably keep your hands to yourself and probably not say things that off the top of your head that you may think are funny, but if you don't have a relationship with that other person. And it's really about not making someone else feel uncomfortable.
The National Bar Association wants you to know your rights. The information in these videos are just that, information. They are not a substitute for legal advice. If you run into an issue, we ask you to consult the authorities and seek legal advice. Find yourself an attorney.